Alright, I'm going to attempt to show you where the where that rod is. So we're going to lift the seat up, and then we're going to take a look back here at the 3-point. And you see I got a mower attached right now, okay, and this right here would be the driver's side lift arm. This lift arm, connects and goes down to the bottom lift arm. That rod right there in the middle, that's your top link. Right now I've got it lifted all the way up. Now if you trace this lift arm back this way under the seat, you look down here, and right here you will see, let's see if I get my finger on it. Here's a rod right here. It's got a nut right here, and then right on the front side up there there's another nut. That's the rod. And basically when this lift arm right here, when it goes up, it pulls this rod that way, that direction, towards the back of the tractor. And that rod, if we follow it, it goes on up. It's right down in there. I'm not sure if it's showing up on the camera or not. And it's going back here and back here and right straight down in there. Okay, you probably can't see it. Right straight down in there is where it's connected to go through this top piece right here for the engine. If you take this seat off, this top part of the engine is what's shown in that picture. There's the adjustment knob right there. So that rod is underneath there. That rod is what got bent. It doesn't have a lot of travel. I'm going to start the tractor. I'm going to zoom out, and this is the lift arm right here, and that rod is connected right there. And watch, I'm going to lower the lift arm. You see it move. It doesn't have a lot of travel. As you can see, that thing doesn't have a lot of travel. I'm going to lower it again with the tractor off. See, it doesn't move very far. But what that thing does is, it's measuring how high up in the air this lift arm is. Because the piston that operates that lift arm is up in there, and when you're lifting it, it's under constant pressure. And when it gets to the point where that rod, which is hooked up under here, when it goes through to the other side over there, it's reading at what distance that lift arm is. And that's kind of like the difference between some tractors don't have like a position lift. It's either up or down, it's either on or off. You kind of got to turn it off when you get to the height you want it at, and it's hard to return to that spot because it's either up or down. Whereas these tractors have a position lift, so you can put it at a certain position and return to that position when you're mowing and stuff like that, or if you're running a plow, like a single bottom plow. But basically that rod right there, it runs through the part of the transmission that has the piston in it that makes that go up and down, and it tells it what position it's in. It tells it when it's all the way up, it tells it when it's halfway up, it tells it when it's 1/10 up, like that. It has pretty much any kind of adjustment between all the way down and all the way up. But when it gets to that adjustment, rather than continuously dump fluid and pressure onto the piston and constantly try to lift it more, it just holds it there, okay, and then the rest of the fluid dumps back into the transmission. So it's sort of like a bypass. It bypasses that high pressure, drops it down into the transmission, which is right below this, because the transmission is pretty much built into the back of the tractor. So anyway, I hope that kind of helps to explain, you know, what they're talking about and how it works. This is a picture from the back side. There's your lift arms, and here's the lower lift arm where it hooks to the mower. Then it's connected by this link, comes up here, and this is the lift arm that actually controls the lower lift arm. And that rod is connected right there, and that's the adjustment for it right there. As far as, you know, adjusting the slack out of that rod going this way. So theoretically you could adjust this nut and the one on the back side, and it would tell it when it's all the way up or all the way down. You don't want it to get too far out of adjustment, because it's going to try to push that piston in there too far. The other end of the thing, I'm trying to see if I can see where it comes out on this side, but can't really see it because it's, you know, covered by all that other junk. But basically that's the same thing that they worked on before, and I would certainly think that they would want to have a shot at, you know, trying to remedy the problem for you again at no cost to you, really. I wouldn't think it would be that much to adjusting that thing. If that rod is bent again and it's just out of adjustment, because it wouldn't take much to get it out of adjustment, because it doesn't travel that far. You know, it's not like it travels 6 inches. That thing probably only travels, you know, if whatever you have on a 3-point raises up and down 1.5 feet, that rod right there probably only travels about 1 inch or less. So if it gets bent, which makes it shorter by 1/4 inch because of the bend, then that is going to slow down fluid flow going to your 3-point. So anyway, I hope that helps shed a little light on it.